Well, good morning. Good Monday morning. It's the day after Father's Day. My name is Ellen Reagan, and I just felt very inspired by some things recently in my life and thought I would jump on here and try to figure this whole videographer world out. Bear with me. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm just wondering if there's anybody else out there feeling like me. For years, I have struggled ever since the birth of my the birth of my first son, about 3 months after he was born. I just started developing a tremendous amount of fatigue. I could barely get up and go. I would basically, all the energy I had was nursing him, going to work, which all of that was a struggle. Would come home, nurse him, and just sleep. And bless my poor husband, he would basically just bring our oldest son, his name is Nathaniel, goes by Nate now, to me. And that's kind of how we rolled. And I thought it was just normal post-baby getting over pregnancy stuff. And then I went to my OBGYN, and he said, oh no, this is much, much more. He sent me to an endocrinologist after he had ran a battery of blood tests. The endocrinologist looked at me and he said, I can't do anything to help you because you're just here to lose weight. And I was crushed. I left the office in tears, and I thought, well, if he can't help me, who can? It wasn't long after I got back home from that appointment that my OBGYN called me, and he said, Ellen, the rest of your test results came back, and you not only have a problem with your thyroid, you also have something called Hashimoto's thyroid disease. At the time, I had no idea what that meant, and some days I still don't know what that meant, and that was 18 years ago. So here I am, and today is the first day of a 30-day challenge that I am putting myself on, and was also challenged by my children and husband. After I ran it by them, I was like, I need a change in my life. Let me give you just a little recent background. For about the last month and a half to 2 months, I've been really battling extreme fatigue. I went for a yearly checkup with my gynecologist, and she said, hey, Ellen, I never got your thyroid results from last summer. And I said, well, I called the office and they told me they were normal. And she said, no, they never came in. Well, I'm also juggling a lot of different things in our family, as most moms are. Our oldest, I had started homeschooling about midway through his high school career. And his younger brother, our middle child, Nicholas, sustained a severe concussion in April of 2013, which has led to multiple health problems due to his immune system being compromised by the brain injury. And he was recently diagnosed with a form of encephalopathy, which is a big medical word for his brain swells sometimes when he's under either cognitive or physical strain. And so you can tell, balancing a lot. I also have a daughter. She's 10 years old. She's beautiful. All three of our children are beautiful. And I love this life. I love our home. And I love this family. And I know that God has me here for a purpose. But I can't fulfill this purpose, whatever it is, feeling like I've been feeling. So I see I'm 4.5 minutes into this. I'm going to make this as quick as I can just for today, because I really want to get a good start on this, and I would love to have a lot of followers, not because it's about me. To use one of my favorite quotes, this is not about me, it's all about Jesus. To some extent, I know some of you would probably say, well, this is all about you. You're just trying to gain accolades or thumbs ups or whatever. No. Yes, I want to be healthy. I want to thrive in this life. And I no longer want to have to rely on pills and my heating pad and laying down because I feel so bad all the time. I know there's going to be bad days. I know and hope those good days are going to be way more than the bad days. And so I'm trying to be very realistic in my goals. So I just wanted to let you know that if you can let me backtrack or rewind or fast forward a little bit, whichever one you want to call it, these last couple of months have been especially challenging because when my gynecologist called the laboratory that did my blood work, she found out they had never actually sent my blood work to them. When I called in, I essentially was given someone else's normal results, apparently, and because of everything else that's just been going on in my life, in our lives, I just let it go. I thought, okay, they're normal. I've just got to push through this and live this life and manage what I have on my plate, so to speak. Well, she came back into the exam room and she said, well, guess what? Your thyroid levels have been off, very off. Your TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone, was high, meaning my thyroid was not performing at its best. I had put on over 60 pounds, which I had lost 100 pounds at one point and had really gotten my life into a good place. But this thyroid is a tricky thing, and if it's not taken care of properly and I don't take care of myself well, it's very easy for it to get off. And so I looked at her, wasn't real sure what to say. Took me a day or two to kind of process it and realized for over a year my thyroid levels were low. I had gained a ton of weight, and not only that, they had to check my heart. I had to have an internal and an external ultrasound. My heart test showed that my heart was slightly enlarged, and the ultrasounds revealed some pretty scary looking cysts that had started developing inside my uterus and on my ovaries. I know this probably sounds like TMI, as my teenagers would say, but it is what it is. So, long story short, I had a D&C, which, on top of which, I had to start seeing a psychiatrist because of my thyroid levels being so incredibly low. I had developed a tremendous amount of depression, anxiety came with it. Not really sure if that was just related to external stressors that we have going on in our life, or if it was all a part of this bigger thing going on inside of me. Nevertheless, I am sitting here before you today, and I am feeling more like myself than I have in a long, long time. And I just want to give God the glory for that. That is not to be said lightly. So thank you, Lord, and thank you, Jesus. I just real quickly want to show you my plan. I am endorsing no one or no thing for profit of my own. I do want to tell you in advance, I am a Young Living consultant, but I have not sold any. I've only used it for personal use. However, I have a really, really good friend who she's very well versed in the products. I do choose Young Living essential oils because after a lot of research, which I am very careful with my research, I've determined that that really is the better of the oils because of how well they're processed and the care and the love that's put into them and into the company. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm also going from drinking 5 to 6 cups of coffee a day to 1 cup of coffee a day. So if I'm looking a little extra sleepy this morning. That's probably why. And for those of you who probably just freaked out about that, don't worry. I've been doing it gradually, a little bit at a time, just cutting back. So I'm switching over to some green tea with ginseng. I'm learning a lot about that and the properties of health, and how that can help me and with my thyroid. I cut back on the coffee because I learned that caffeine can actually attack and cause issues with my thyroid and the thyroid hormones. So forgive me if I seem a little tongue-tied at times, but you know, it is what it is. So what I would like to show you is just a piece about what my next 30 days are going to look like. I'm pretty excited about it. I know there are going to be challenges. There's going to be things that are probably going to try to keep me from it, but it is my goal every day to post a video and to just live this, live it. So here I'm going to turn this around and hopefully bear with me. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell you about is I also watched a webinar this morning by Dr. Josh Axe. He is a leading expert in healing a leaky gut. One of the things that has just kept coming back to me as I've been praying and asking God to show me His will for my body, mind, soul, and spirit, and how I can live this life, and not just live, but thrive. That word thrive just keeps coming back to me. So I've just been listening and receiving, and Isabella Wentz from The Root Cause is one that kept coming back to me. Another one is Dr. Josh Axe. You can go on on Facebook and look at both of these guys. I don't endorse or say buy their products. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to try doing it all here in my home without having to buy a lot of extra supplements other than what I just have to purchase. One of the things that another thing that we're really working on, which is part of the Oola challenge, if you notice on my page, the 7 F's of Oola are fitness, finance, faith, family, field, meaning your job, what inspires you, the thing that you love to do, your friends, and fun. And so with all of these things, I hope it will help me to start thriving and living a life of balance. My actual, that just made me remind me that the funny thing is my college degree is in foods and nutrition, and so is my husband's. And so here I am, and I'm a mess. And I've said that over and over again these last 3 weeks. God, I am such a mess. Clean it up. And so again, here I am, Lord. I'm a mess. Clean it up. So I just wanted to give you kind of a bird's eye view of where I am and where I'm going. Today I have an appointment at 1 with a new physician. I'm very apprehensive, and so that means I'm excited too, and nervous. It's called Embracing Health down in Stafford. We happen to live in Virginia. And I will be seeing them for the first time today, be bringing them all of my lab results. I've been to the ER like 3 times in the last 3 weeks with different issues, and I don't like going to the ER. I don't like it at all. I will fight it tooth and nail. But under my husband's suggestion, just because he was so worried and concerned, I went. The first time I had a urinary tract infection following the DNC. The second time I was having a panic attack. The third time I was having anxiety. The panic attack, they did nothing. I literally told them just to take this off my bill because this was like a big waste of time, right? The third time I went to not the ER, but the local urgent care, and the doctor was very kind, and he ran some more labs, and finding out that my thyroid was so low, my doctor increased my levothyroxine up to 175. So the panic attacks and anxiety and sweats were actually coming from having now a too high thyroid, for lack of better wording. Remember, I'm doing this on 1 cup of coffee, so y'all be kind. So that's where I am with that, and we'll see what they say today after they pull all my labs together. I'm hoping that they can kind of feel like it's like a tangled web, and everything's like all stuck together, and I just need someone to look at it and say, here you are, and here's where we need to go, and this is what we're going to do. And in the meantime, I've got a wonderful husband and 3 beautiful children, and a life that I do love, and I can't wait to live it and to thrive within it. So that's my story for now. I hope to be able to share more with you. Remember, early on, I told you this is not about me. I really hope that my story and my 30-day journey can help even just one person. One of the things I do want to point out on this video is you'll notice on my arms, they're on my legs, I have all these sores. I've also had those for about 15 years. And I know it's because of things that are going on inside my gut, inside my stomach. So that is one of the things I'm looking to heal. Some of you may be saying, gosh, that's a lot, Ellen. How are you going to do all that? Well, I'm not going to do all of that. Not by myself. I'm going to do it one step at a time. One step at a time. And only with the help, support, guidance of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and this beautiful family that I have that surround me every day, and our beautiful church family at Old Bridge United Methodist Church. So here I am, and here I go, just for today. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'll give you an update on my doctor's appointment, and if anything else changes. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you. Just so you know, because I need to document this since this is my first day, I am currently taking the following medications. Neurontin, 300 milligrams twice a day. Cymbalta, 1 capsule every day. Both of these help to control the depression and anxiety that I've developed through having this Hashimoto's thyroid disease. It also runs in my family. So, you know what? We might as well talk about it, because when you don't talk about something, that's when it turns into a problem. And the Cymbalta also helps me with nerve pain, because ever since I had the shingles when I was in the 7th grade, I've had a tremendous amount of nerve pain the older I've gotten. Then I have a bottle of levothyroxine, 175 milligrams, and a bottle of Synthroid, 150 milligrams. These gotta go, like, ASAP. This one, not a good baby. Not a good puppy at all. And this one, just don't even know if I'm supposed to take it anymore. So, we'll see. Then I'm supposed to be taking, my orthopedist told me to take, hold on, I have to take off my glasses. You know how it is when you're 43. Voltaren, which is like a really high-powered form of Advil. And I chose not to take that because I'm on so many other things, and read the physician's desk reference, and it can actually cause major interactions with the other medications that I'm on. And then I take a supplement of acidophilus and magnesium every day, both to support my gut. And I'm sure these are going to be changing, because they might have been not the best choices in the world, but it was the best I could do at the time. So with that said, I hope you all have a great day. I hope that some of this will help you along the way. Forgive me if I'm a little wordy, but it's life and it is what it is. I can't wait to see you again, and I just hope everybody has a wonderful Oola day. Remember, Oola means state of awesomeness. And for those of you who don't like that word, awesome, get over it, because you know what? It's time to live an awesome life. I hope everybody has a great day. I love you. And wish you grace and peace. Okay, it's me. I'm back. I just wanted to show you a little bit about what my summer's going to look like I said, and introduce you to a couple of different concepts that I'm bringing on board to help me through this process. This is my summer reading list. Oh, that's one of my fur babies, and he needs a grooming and a bath. Bless his little heart, buddy. Hey, buddy. Good morning. This is my summer reading list. It looks a little bit probably overwhelming, but let me just show you the 3 books that I'm going to be reading through, not all at one time. I'm going to take it one at a time. The first one is this book that I've been dying to read by Isabella Wentz, called The Root Cause, about Hashimoto's thyroiditis and how I can possibly reverse this disorder, because, like I said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The second book I'm going to read, and my Sunday school teacher, Dave Andresco of the Islanders, will laugh really hard about this, or maybe not, is this book by Greg Laurie. We started this in our Sunday school class, and I think I got like two to three chapters in. It's a great read by Greg Laurie. Let God Change Your Life. How to Know and Follow Jesus. Sorry, my hand is shaky. Forgive me. The third one I'm going to read is just for fun, is When a Red Bird Flies, by a friend of mine who actually wrote this and published it on her own, Karen Ivanchik. Love you, Karen. Can't wait to finish this read. I started it last summer and fell in love with it, but just didn't get to finish it. And then the fourth book you probably noticed is my journal. It is full of lots and lots of stories, and my life journey, starting about 3 years ago, I started this journal. But guess what? I kind of ended it. Where did I end it? Hello. Where are you? Where was the last time? Hi. My daughter. She's so cute. Okay, here's empty pages. Finally. The last page was my daughter. She was writing at church with her hands, which we'll talk about later. But my last journal entry was June. Hello, so sorry. Look at this. If I can get it to focus. June 28th of last summer, it says, "My heart is so heavy. Transformation, digestion, detoxification, and circulation is in parentheses." Look at that. Isn't that something? I didn't even realize it. So, I recommend a journal. If any of you are starting a any kind of challenge, just really are incredibly beneficial to that journey. Now I'm going to very slowly sweep over. You see I'm sitting on the floor to this part of my challenge, which are some of my Young Living guides, and a bottle of Joy essential oil. I have ordered a new packet, and so I'm really excited to be getting that in really soon. The next thing I'm going to show you is something I'm really excited about, and it's just in my own handwriting, and it's called the Oola Challenge. And you can see right here, the definition of Oola is state of awesomeness. And I'm going to stop here